tonight?
Wow, thank you.
Doing good. I'm Meredith. I'm part of the PR team here at Universal Orlando Resort, and I wanted to welcome you here to the opening of Antojitos. It is actually the second venue that is opening as part of our historic expansion to Universal CityWalk this year. And to kick off our wonderful fiesta tonight, I wanted to introduce you. You know this man very well from our expansion event with Modesto, Alcala, who is the Vice President of CityWalk.
Thank you. Well, welcome. I hope you enjoyed some of our specialty cocktails and certainly our mariachi band, which is part of our entertainment here in Antojitos. So today, we want to give you an update on our 2014 expansion in CityWalk. First of all, we started the expansion not too long ago with Red Oven Pizza Bakery, and this is our second opening, which is Antojitos, Authentic Mexican. We also have coming up very soon, Cowfish, that's a sushi and burger bar, Vivo, our Italian kitchen, Craft, our sandwich shop, and then we are expanding with Cold Stone and a Starbucks business downstairs. So we want to welcome you to our City Walk and certainly welcome you to Antojitos Authentic Mexican. To my right is our head culinary chef Steve Jayson, who today is going to talk to you about our inspiration and our celebration behind cuisine to Antojitos.
Yeah, thank you. Hi, everybody. I see many familiar faces, so welcome back. And for those of you who have not been here before, welcome. We are just really excited about Antojitos. Opened last Wednesday very softly and quietly, and now about ready to get it going real full blast here. Really great stuff we're doing here. We have two kitchens. We have this kitchen right behind me, and then upstairs we have a second kitchen, and we have two different menus. Downstairs we feature more of a casual Mexican street fare type of menu, with dishes ranging from enchiladas to the large type burritos to a number of different type of tacos and a lot of other little interesting things along the way. Upstairs, a little bit more of a how do I want to say, a little bit more of an eclectic, a little bit more fine dining type of a menu that you might find in Mexico City, something like that. With some nice dishes up there, a beautiful cut of carne asada steak, and some great cooking equipment to make it all as authentic as we thought we could, to deliver some great flavors, some new flavors, and some very creative dishes for everybody to try. So, I'm excited about it. This was the Latin Quarter. This was always a great place too, but at Antojitos, this is a very exciting, really great concept. I think we come up with. I think you'll really like it when you get to sample some of the food in a little bit. So thank you all for joining us today, and we'll answer any questions we can along the way. Okay? All right.
Okay. Now, I want to take a moment. Part of our expansion, we said with Red Oven Pizza Bakery that we really are representing our continual growth with Universal. We had Potter, the Transformers, and lately Simpsons, Red Oven Pizza here in City Walk, and now Antojitos. Let me tell you a little bit about Antojitos. Antojitos is, as you approach the building, is a mission-style building, which we have painted with vibrant colors. The outside, think of it as Mexico City, so you're outdoors, it's vibrant, it's fun. You have your specialty margaritas and tequilas, and you're really enjoying the outdoor lifestyle. As you enter inside and you come into the lower level of Antojitos, it's more like a market, like the city market. And here we celebrate from the dancers to the luchadors, all the way to the graffiti and the art. So it's the old, the tradition with the new meet together. The one thing that stays constant is our quest and our belief in the authenticity of this business. So you're going to see that between both floors, how we maintain the authenticity in the food, but we really want this to be fun and festive, regardless where you eat. Some of the components that I think are kind of fun and whimsical when you look around this. You see the graffiti, and most of these you'll see there's a picture or a character out there. As you head over to the bathrooms, you'll see some dolls. And so, many people say, where did you get that inspiration from? And there's the Canals of Ochomico in near Mexico City. These dolls actually hang out on trees. And so when we saw them, we thought, how do we do that? We can't obviously put trees inside of a building. but we can give it an expression or a celebration to the artwork. As you look around, the integrated between the metal, the woods, the cantina, the chicken wire we're holding up the tequila are really expressions of what we want you to have. As you go upstairs, the chef said it's a little bit more refined. It's just a little bit more polished. It's a different feeling because the space is a little differently, but the food is still authentic. And it's also, think of it as Mama's kitchen. Many of the photographs up there, I'm happy to say, on my last trip to Mexico I took. And you look at, we're celebrating the Mexican cuisine, we're celebrating the Mexican art, we're celebrating all things that our guests today are experiencing in one blow. And Mexican cuisine is one of those foods that I think are growing by our guests. So, let me turn it over to Meredith.
Thank you, Modesto. Thank you, Chef. We're now going to open up the group to some Q&A. Does anybody have any questions for Chef and Modesto? Anna.
Tell us about the stage. So are you planning on having live music and how often?
Great question. Well, you saw the mariachi band outside. First of all, I don't know if you noticed, but they weren't your traditional mariachi band. It consisted with the rest of the building, a little bit of nouveau and traditional. The mariachi band will, and many times, start performing there and travel to the dining room, then go outside, walk outside and play, go upstairs. We want this entertainment part of the stage to come alive through the guests and through the transcendent. So the stage is, I think, the starting point for many of our talent.
Is that the only music that you're planning on having?
Live music?
Yeah,
Yes.
like that band.
Yes. We also have mask painting. As you go upstairs, and don't forget to take one home with you, we have mask painters that are painting these beautiful masks that we also give away to our guests, and that's another part of our entertainment.
Yeah, can you talk a little bit about the challenge of authenticity, and especially for kind of home-style dishes, everyone's got their own idea of what's authentic. I ate here earlier and posted some pictures of the fantastic pozole I had, and had some of my friends who are Mexicano say, that doesn't look like pozole the way I know pozole. So how do you refine down what's the authentic version of the dish?
Well, I'll give you my small piece of it, I won't pass it on to Chef, but we're really looking for the ingredients, what the earth gives us to make the dishes with it, such as the peppers and the flavors and things of that nature, and then we incorporate it into the dish. So, Chef?
Problem. Authentic, that's in some ways a vague word because you go to maybe 25 different moms' houses and give them all the same recipe, and they're all going to make it a little different. And in their mind, that's mom's authentic creation. What we did here is, we brought in ingredients from Mexico, from south of the border, let's say, to create the dishes. And whether it's ancho chilies or it's guajillo chilies or it's, or whatever ingredient it is, we try to use the ingredients that are going to make the dishes. We do esquite. Esquite is kind of a Mexican street food. You can have it in one place where it's served on the cob. It's corn, by the way. You could have it on the cob. It's rolled in a little something. Well, we took that version and we took it off the cob and we put it into a really neat little casserole dish, and we serve it like that with some nice little tortillas on the side so you can kind of share it with your friend and have a nice little meal out of it, so to speak. But it's all the ingredients that's supposed to be in an esquite. And so, authentic is, again, yeah, we're using the ingredients that are coming from that part of the world, and we're trying to make it to the best of our ability in a nice, unique way that's creative and that's good, that tastes great, and that a person's going to walk away and say, hey, I had a wonderful meal. And that's really what we're doing.
Thank you.
And did you alter any of the recipes for the palette? Because I know Universal draws really an international audience, so were there any alterations to appeal to that, or do you think that this will just kind of appeal anyway, even with staying with that authenticity?
Well, obviously, there's so many people that come to visit us, and they come from all over the world. They come from New York City, they come from Brazil, and they come from Mexico. So we have to think about the palette as a whole and try to create what we think are dishes that are going to meet all those palates, and that the people are going to walk away with, again, like I said, and say, I had a great meal. So you have to find that kind of middle of the road spot where you're pushing it as far as you can with authenticity, let's say, and creativity, but at the same time creating a dish that's recognizable to a person, that they're going to recognize when they look at the menu, come in to try, and then recognize when they eat it and understand the flavors. Yeah.
Any additional questions? So one of the questions I want to ask you guys is, what are some of your favorite dishes that we serve here?
Well, I'll let the chef go first.
What are some of our favorite dishes here? Oh my goodness, that's a wide open question. I mean, it wouldn't be on a menu if I didn't like it. There's a lot of great dishes, and you know, I mean, yes, we serve a number of tacos. We serve enchiladas and a variety of those. We do some combination plates. I think we made a great effort to offer some vegetarian alternative mixed within that, so you can come in here and have an appropriate meal if you're a vegetarian or you're on a restricted diet. I think we really looked hard at that, so you can get a beautiful mushroom enchilada or quesadilla or that type of thing too. So there are quesadillas, there's nachos, there's tacos, there's enchiladas, there's burritos, but at the same time, the street fare, and you know, everything from all of the neat drinks that we created, including getting traditional horchata and tamarillo, you know, the frescas, those cold drinks. You know, we did it with the dishes here, and just tried to make a variety of things that we think would satisfy everybody. What do I like? I like them all. I mean our queso fondito with fresh chorizo ground up and baked again in it. You know, upstairs our carne asada brava, it's our ribeye steak. Well, we got some really neat ovens that we cook with upstairs, and you're all going to get an opportunity to go upstairs and look for we'll show you those ovens, and you'll get to taste some of that carne asada. We actually make a paste with coffee beans and grind that up, and we put that all over the steak and marinate it, and then we cook them, and then we serve it like that. I think you'll get to try it if you want. If you're a meat eater, you'll probably love it. And then we've got some other neat things like our little tamale fritters here, making kind of the rendition of a tamale, but instead of wrapping it in the skin and cooking it like that, we've actually shaped it into little balls, coated it with a coating, and we fry it. We serve it almost like a fritter, and you dip it. It's got a nice guajillo kind of aioli, like a guajillo mayonnaise that you dip it in to share. Again, a nice sharing item. There's a lot of neat items to share here, and just a lot of great flavors. I don't, you know, on mole, about 28 different ingredients in it, so really good stuff. So
I'm going to tell you.
I get excited.
I'm going to tell you mine. Mine this week, and I say this week because I'm with him. We celebrate this cuisine all the time. I mean, think about Mexican food is a craveable cuisine. For me this week, I would start out with a Handsome George, which is a George Clooney, drink. And I would probably have esquites. I love the esquites. I mean, they're unbelievable. If you've never had them, please try them here. They are to die for. Then go to carnitas, and I like the serrano pepper that the chefs do. They roast them. On a 1 to 10, it's about an 8 in these So you can't have a lot, but you have enough to feel it. And then I finish out, all the desserts. So that's what I'm on this week. But every week is just slightly different. We encourage you to share our passion to try many things when you come back. This is all very good.
My question is, what do you want the guests to take away to be at the end of each meal?
Take away?
Yeah.
You go ahead.
I want them to take away everything. I want them to come and say, I want them to, if they came to the theme park and went to Potter or went to Transformers and they're on their family vacation, I want them to finish out here with a celebration of their day, their vacation. Great food, great business service, and an environment is fun. We're selling tequila and tacos. I mean, that's fun to me. And so we want them to come across as genuine, both with the food and with the service. And when they leave, have a memorable experience. If you happen to be a local, we want to win your hearts and minds. Because we know that you're going to come here for Halloween Horror Nights and the Summer Concert Series. And we too want you to make this a place where you can have celebratory dining or at least great expression. So personally, I want to
So I just, I want the guests to take away that they had a great experience, that they really enjoyed the food we made, and that they had a lot of fun. I mean, you go out to dinner and you just want to have fun. I mean, we're in Japan. Let's get out of here. I'm bored. Let's go out somewhere. So let's go to Antojitos. I heard that place was a lot of fun, and I heard they had good food. So come here and they get that and they leave. I think we've accomplished what we wanted to. We wanted to give them, good quality food, at a reasonable price, of course. So they'll come back and enjoy it over and over and over again. And they walk away and they said, hey, I had a lot of fun. I really enjoyed myself there. I think that's what it's all about. Going out to eat is supposed to be fun, and the foodies out there, they're going to critique every little thing because that's what they do, and that's we're trying real hard to make sure we take care of them too. We really are. I'm a foodie. That's 44 years in the kitchen, so that's what I do. You gotta take care of everybody. No, really. I mean, we want them just to have a great time and a great experience and a great meal. That's what we're here for.
And I think Chef is right. This is not just a restaurant, it is a restaurant plus, right? The bar, both bars are very different, both levels are very different. We put in the entertainment, the mariachi, not your typical mariachi. Your face mask painters, you don't see them everywhere. We want you to feel an extension of our great company, and that's fun. I mean, if you think about the two parks, that's what they're designed for, to come in and have fun and have a great experience. Antojitos is just a simple system.
Any additional questions?
Could we expect special events for Mexican holidays, say Cinco de Mayo or something?
I think we're looking to expand how do we do that. There's many ways to do a Cinco de Mayo. So in our fledgling state, we're talking about how does Antojitos celebrate any of the holidays with us. The answer is yes. How?